Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Meredith Welch with Trojan University's Office of Development, here to talk about an opportunity for people to give and to give thanks for the giving, a scholarship brunch coming up here in a little bit. Meredith, thanks for joining me here today.
Thank you, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
And talk about this. A scholarship brunch is an annual event. It's an opportunity to recognize individuals who have given to the university and have helped with the education of Troy University students. Just give us kind of an overview of what this event's all about.
Sure. Like you said, it is an annual event. We use the event to give thanks to our donors who provide scholarship for specific criteria and departments within the university, as well as just general scholarship dollars. And then we invite our student recipients to come in. They get to meet their donors and tell them a personal thanks.
And of course, that's one of those opportunities that a lot of times students get scholarships, and there's scholarships offered all year to all kinds of different students, all kinds of varieties, but a lot of students don't. There's a disconnect because they don't know where that money's coming from. But this sounds like an amazing opportunity for some of these students, especially when you've got families and there's some meaning behind some of these scholarships, to learn where this money's coming from.
Exactly. This gives the students an idea and a face to put with their scholarship, and to meet the donor and to see why they gave the money to help with their education. And hopefully the student will develop an interest in the process, and in turn give back to the university to help another student in the future.
And of course, this is all part of what the university does. Also development throughout the year, the goal is to try to get people to give back to the university for a lot of different reasons, but this is the one that goes directly to benefiting the students. And so why is it so important for individuals to be the ones to come and donate money for scholarships?
Well, our scholarship dollars are on our foundation side, and so we're able to invest those scholarship dollars. We have endowment opportunities for scholarships, which is a $25,000 or more that's invested, and then the student receives their scholarship off of the funds that we have invested back, or the donor could choose to give us current scholarship, and then that money is turned around and immediately given back to the student in scholarship awards.
And so with that, the opportunity, the two different types of ways to give money, one kind of a perpetual thing, and that's where if you have that, hit that dollar amount, that scholarship can kind of live on and on and on past the original donation.
Correct. We use what we refer to as the spendable amount, and it's just simply the interest that is gained off of the endowment. And we are, we don't empty out that interest portion of the scholarship so that it can live on and it can be a legacy for the donor to have when unfortunately they may not be here with us anymore.
And of course, let's talk about the event itself, because you talk about this interaction and you've seen this throughout the years, this interaction. How does it make you feel as someone who helps facilitate this, but to see the students get to interact with these people who have given the money, that have helped them, make that little extra effort to stay in school?
Right. The student receives that personal connection, but the donor does as well. The donor gets to see, actually, past the point of just giving us the scholarship dollars, they get to see in person the effect and the meaning that it is having to the student. And then the student gets to meet the donor and to appreciate why that donor is making the sacrifice of the gift to help them.
And of course, for students that take part in this event, it's an opportunity just to kind of get a better glimpse at what the future might hold for them. And you mentioned it earlier, but this is also maybe an opportunity for them to think about what their future could be in helping out students that were in their place somewhere in the future.
That's exactly right. It gives them an idea of what giving back, paying it forward, is actually about, and encouragement that we hope is encouragement for them to, if they can't afford to do a scholarship on their own, to give to the general scholarship, where their money can go together with someone else's to help, because no gift is too small.
No gift is too small, most definitely. And I know you will always accept in your office any kind of donation. Now, if anyone is interested, now let's say we're talking about scholarships that are already in place, But if someone were thinking, you know what, I want to participate in this in the future. I want to give money for a scholarship. What can they do? What does that process entail?
Sure, they can contact any of us in the Office of Development. We can be reached at area code 334-670-3608, and someone will be there to help them decide what they want to give their money to if they don't already have an idea, and help them get that scholarship put in place. Or they can go to our webpage, troy.edu/give. And there's all types of information about legacy gifts, endowment scholarships, current scholarships, and ways to reach us through the website.
And of course, and a lot of times with any donations, you can be as specific as you want to in
That's
a lot of
correct.
situations. You can say, I want to give this to School of Nursing. I want to give this to journalism. I want to give this to English. So if you give money, you can make it general, but you can also make it pretty specific.
That's correct. You can give it to just a college, or you can give it to a discipline within a college, and we'll work with you to make sure the scholarship meets the needs that you would like it to serve for the student.
Well, here's hoping folks take advantage of it, and here's hoping students appreciate the opportunity to meet the people who have given them some money for scholarships. Thanks for
Yes.
joining us here today.
Thank you.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.